Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to my channel, everybody. I hope everybody's doing well. I just want to apologize for not posting a lot. There's just been like so much going on, so yeah.
She's pretty much saying she's sorry for being on ghost mode.
Okay, yeah, I'm sorry for being on ghost mode, but you know, since Corona started, it's just been super hard to like, I don't know, it's not super hard, it's just like a lot of things have been going on. Like I'm kind of cooped up in the house. I started virtual learning with my my daughter who's in kindergarten, so not only that, I've just been quite busy, so I hope you guys can forgive me, but...
And it's not easy recording with, it's like very specific times for us to be able to record.
Mm-hmm.
We can't do it too late because we don't own our own place, right? So the people that we live with inside the home that we rent in, we can't be too loud during specific times. And our kids as well, they're up a solid 12-13 hours a day, right? And they have energy, Allahu Akbar. So for us to focus and really try to make content, it is a challenge that we're trying to overcome.
Sure.
And inshallah we'll be able to overcome it a lot better. Just I guess we need to have that option where we can go outside again, have the kids go to the parks, play, all that stuff. And as you guys know, we're based out of Toronto, Canada, Ontario, and we're back again in another lockdown. So
Stage 2.
not even. I think it's practically technically stage 1,
Okay.
right? But it's like no parks are open, schools are closed down, only essential services are open.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I think that's one of the reasons we wanted to come on and talk to you guys this time around, because I know we're not the only one that are struggling with this, right? And we're actually doing our best in the sense of social distancing, in regards to trying to stay away from the general public to the best of our ability.
No malls.
Right? No malls, no none of that. Even family gatherings have become very difficult. And I think when you start getting to that point where you don't have not only your friends but your blood relatives which are in a different home and stuff like that, and I don't know, it's been interesting. So we're here to kind of discuss about certain topics, like you have the topic of mental health, right? During the current situation, how to fight, how to deal with feeling that sense of being alone, especially like alhamdulillah, the fact that I have her and she has me and we have our kids. You know, there's still an interaction amongst us in the household.
But it was nice to go out and like do stuff, like even go for a walk in the mall. Like I used to just go for a walk. I don't want to buy something every time, but I like to walk, and you know, like get like a small ice cream, just chill out, you know, relax. But at this point we couldn't. Like
we've taken so many things for granted. Now I swear to God,
Wallahi,
we get dressed up. We get dressed up to get into the car to go through a Tim Hortons drive-thru.
Okay, like when I dress up, I mean like I just wear black.
You know, I don't know. I'm looking fly. I got Tim's on. I got a nice white shirt. The whole works.
And we sit there, we're like, where are we going today?
Nowhere. Then we drive right back home.
Oh my God.
There's no gyms, no basketball courts, no parks that are open.
He actually opened up a gym membership twice, and they
closed it on me.
On twice.
One weekend they closed on me. Then they said, okay, we're sorry. Then they reopened again for literally 3 days, and that's how much time it took me to get ready to get back to the gym. Just the 4th day as I'm about to, I have my stuff in the car ready to go, and surprise, surprise, we're closed again. So I sent them an email. I'm like, cancel my membership. I'm like, you're just taking money for free at this point.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep. That's a big like. Oh, and another thing that recently happened on my page was that someone actually stole my video, my revert story. And to me, my revert story was like a personal video, you know, and that kind of it kind of discouraged me a bit, you know. The person actually had the audacity to actually message me and tell me, oh, you know, you shouldn't have taken this video down. Well, if you wanted my video, you could just email me, you know, like it would have been a lot different.
Request some consent.
Exactly. So I had to go through that, I had so much anxiety about it. I don't know. And not to top it off, that person was actually getting like paid to like post my video, so that too kind of irritated me. It's not that like it irritated me, it was just the fact that, you know, if you could just ask somebody, it would have been a lot different, you know what I mean? So that kind of discouraged me. And like also I want to talk about something, like we've been receiving like so much hate. Like I'm not only just a YouTuber, I'm also a TikToker. So, you know.
No, we haven't been receiving hate. I have been receiving hate.
Okay,
They
he's
like
been
her.
receiving more
They
hate.
like her for some reason. They just they have their little
Yeah.
you know, problems that they like to pick with me, and it's over the weirdest things.
Yeah.
Are you upset that I don't have a mustache? Really? It bothers you that much that I don't have? Oh my goodness
Like you're not
gracious.
married to him, I am. Like take a break, chill. Like we're like I think we're generally nice people. Like he's a happy guy. He looks great. I mean, it's the fact that he's I guess I would say, a bearded man, a bearded brother, you know? But I don't think that people should go to that extent and make comments the way that they were talking about my husband. Like, just like, it irritated me so much. But at the end of the day,
Doesn't bother me one bit.
It doesn't bother him, yeah.
Not one bit. It's alright. Guess what? Because I'm piling up a big mountain of your hasanat. Thank you very much. I highly appreciate it, son. You know what I mean? So you can talk as much crap as you want to. Wallahi, I swear to you, it doesn't affect me the slightest bit. And it's okay. The thing is, though, I think this video is not very specific.
It's a rant. This is a rant.
It's a rant. It has many topics, lots of things that we've needed to talk about. And on top of it as well, you know something, I used to be a social media guru back in the days. And I got really, really deep into it, and not to go into details, but I found myself in a position where I was very uncomfortable. So I ended up deleting quite a bit of my social media, and I just stopped posting, and I put myself in a position where I don't want that sense of satisfaction just because people are commenting or liking or sharing, you know, all that stuff, right? But this is Jessica's account.
This is my channel.
Right, this is her channel.
I started
right,
this
she
channel.
started it, and she started it specifically because she noticed, as a revert herself, she was finding it that there wasn't many services available for people that just came to Islam. You know, it's interesting because since I was yay high, man, I was mad young. I've always oddly been introduced to quite a bit of reverts. And not just in Canada, this is in Egypt and Saudi Arabia. I used to meet so many people that came to Islam. So to me, it became like just something normal. But when I found that it was very difficult, after they take that shahada, and like, look, we all know, as a Muslim, if you can, you know, bring the nur with Allah's permission to someone's heart, and they accept Islam, Allah has a special place for you in Jannah. But I personally think that for you to receive that particular reward, you have to continue. It's not like that person says, okay, ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. Oh, he's a Muslim. Yep, guaranteed Jannah. Touchdown. You know what I mean? It's like, well, the person doesn't really know much about Islam. You know, someone's got to teach him how to pray. Someone's got to teach him how to recite. You understand what I mean? And that's the thing, like, some people, mashallah, they have the ability to go out about themselves and go and learn everything because they have that kind of strong mental ability.
They have the drive.
The drive. And they manage to make their brain into a sponge again to soak up all that information. Other people find it difficult. And it's not saying that you're bad or you're uneducated or you just don't have the brain. No, it's just some people learn things better than others. That's why some people know how to bake very well and other people know how to cook very well. Some people know how to drive very well. Some other people hate driving and are scared of it. So
they choose their own.
Exactly. And that's the point, right? So her perspective is, alhamdulillah, because since we got married, for me, getting married to a revert wasn't an issue. Under no circumstance, alhamdulillah. You know what I mean? All I cared about was good woman that could take care of not only me but my children, and like to have akhlaq, you know what I mean, to have good manners. And that was my biggest thing. So for her to be a Muslim, that's all I cared about. And dealing with her, alhamdulillah, we've been married going into 6 years now. During the time that we've been married, she asks a lot of questions, man.
I still ask. I always
A
find ways.
lot of
Alhamdulillah.
questions. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, look, alhamdulillah, I do my best in regards to trying to understand the religion more and all that. But sometimes I just want to sit down and play my game. And she'll just come to me in the middle of the game and just ask me, so, Omar, did you know about this hadith? Can you interpret this? And I'm looking at her, it's like, not right now. Come on, leave me alone. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. So that was the reason she created this channel. But the thing is, though, I've noticed that we can make this channel so much better, not just only specifically for reverts, for people that are even born Muslims. You know what I mean? Lots of people that are born Muslim, sometimes when I talk to them, and including people in my own personal family, you get what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Then me talk to them about certain things that are religious. So, what? I never heard about that. Or, oh, okay, no, it's okay. Like, it's just like, it's almost a sense of lack of knowledge, right? And it's not just amongst the reverts. I know, you know, I'll tell you something very, very interesting. And she might knock me on the head for this. Recently, at my workplace, I ran into an individual, and our conversation was very light at the beginning. And the man asked, oh, well, why don't you try this restaurant over here? And I'm like, okay, well, my brother, I only eat at places that have halal food. Oh, he's like, oh, you're Muslim. He's like, salam alaikum. I'm like, wa alaikum salam. You know what I mean? It's like, bro, you Muslim? You know what I mean? Mad Spanish accent. I'm like, yeah. And he's like, oh, no. He's like, but I used to go to the mosque all the time. I'm like, la ilaha illallah, what are you doing at the mosque all the time? He's like, oh, I used to pray with the brothers, and I used to read the Quran, and I used to pray and all that stuff. And I'm looking at him, I'm like, you already bypassed so many people that I know. I would do it. May Allah protect them and protect you. And what shocked me at the end of the conversation, this man, he's not a Muslim, okay? But he has 20 surahs of the Quran memorized. Okay? He has completed the entire Sahih Bukhari and Sahih Muslim cover to cover. You understand what I mean? And that's what I'm talking about in the sense of drive. You know, if you want to, may Allah, by the way, guys, I want you, please say Ameen. May Allah give that man Islam.
Ameen.
May Allah put Islam in that man's heart. Wallah. You know what I mean? If you put that kind of effort, may Allah make you a friend of Islam and not an enemy of it. You know what I mean? So, we want to make this channel so much more. To benefit you, to benefit us. We are not scholars. We are not ulama. We are not sheikhs.
Nope.
We are not teachers of Islam. We take absolutely, and I'm saying this very clearly, we take absolutely no responsibility in the sense of you're going to ask us a question. It's like you're asking your friend. You know what I mean? And we'll try to give the best information based on the lowest amount of knowledge that we have. You know what I mean? Compared to the ulama. So when we're here to help, we're here to find ways for all of us to make one another better, for all of us to get out of, you know, tough situation, even if it's sometimes having a conversation that makes your day go by
simply
better.
Want to reminder. I want this to be more like a reminder page, and more like sorry, I meant to say channel. More of a, like, you know, I've been going through this. You're not alone, basically. Especially my fellow revert brothers and sisters. I totally understand. And I'm very, very open and very respectful toward any situation. Like, you know what I mean? So feel free to comment below with any questions that you want.
We'll answer them.
We'll answer them in the best possible way that we can. And if we can't, we'll send you to somebody that can answer those questions. Inshallah.
And like she said, reminders, you know, positive vibes. And I've actually come up with a few ideas to really enhance our channel.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, but that will take time because some of the things that I want to do require less restrictions around our current society for us to be able to do certain things, right? And yeah. Anyways.
So that's the end of our rants.
No, actually, there's a few
No?
more. No, there's a few more. So yeah, so the revert story, doing virtual learning. Oh, and here's another thing. I'm not gonna talk too much about it. This one's hers, okay? Every person has their own state or level of iman in their heart, right? So, to watch somebody fall and you just can't do anything because if you do, you become a target to their
downfall.
No. It's like they receive so much hate already, you can end up being the target of the rebuttal.
Yeah.
Right? When all you care about is the fact that you're actually caring for this individual. And this particular topic is very simple and straightforward. Is the fact of I'm not on TikTok, so I won't know, but this is just the things that I hear, that quite a bit of the Islamic female community have made decisions of taking off their hijab. And that's between you and Allah. You get what I mean? I'd like to say that as someone that's been raised by women his entire life, married, alhamdulillah, a father of only girls, you know what I mean? Like, I'm literally surrounded by women. I cannot begin to explain to you how much of a jewel you are. Wallahi, you are such a precious diamond that you just, nobody could just walk into a jeweler and just tell him, let me see your most precious diamond. He won't even show it. He'll ask you he'll start questioning you. Why do you want to see my best looking jewel? Right? And you'll be like, oh, I want to buy it. I want to do this. And he'll have to go through this big process of interrogation questions before the man could even see that diamond. And the funny thing about it, even when the jeweler does bring the diamond out, there's a very high chance he won't even let him touch it. He'll just show it to him. It'll be in a glass case or something where it's untouched. And that's, again, it's always covered. It's always protected. And that's what you are. You're a diamond. You're not supposed to have random people touch you, random people see you. And the thing is, again, I'm not sheikh, I'm not alim, I'm none of that. Hijab is there to protect you from many things. You get what I mean? And may Allah protect you regardless of whether you're wearing the hijab or not, right? But I hope, and I've noticed this personally from experience of seeing sisters take off their hijab. Don't let it be a reason for you not to put it back on again. If you're not ready for it now, that's between you and Allah. You get what I mean? But don't feel that you put yourself in a position where you be like, oh, well, I already took it off and I kind of got into an argument with my entire family because I took it off, and all my friend and everybody changed around me because I took it off. Oh, and if I put it back on, everybody's going to call me a hypocrite. Who cares?
Do it for the sake of Allah.
If you're doing it, exactly.
Yeah.
You're doing it for the sake of Allah. Do what is best. I have a beard and I shave my mustache. Why do I do it? Because this is the sunnah of the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam. I don't do it. Believe me. I'll be honest with you. As much as I like my beard, I would like to completely trim it off. You know what I mean? But I don't, and that's specifically because I do this for the sake of Allah. You understand what I mean? And again, I'm not saying I'm not any better than you. And I know every person is going through their own personal challenges in life, whether you live in a country where you're being oppressed or whatever the case may be. May Allah protect you. You get what I mean? But it is heartbreaking. And I genuinely tell you, all the sisters, and I know this now from personal experience recently. Okay, and not recently, even throughout my whole life, I've seen it in many women that I know. If you're not ready for it now, khalas, between you and Allah. But don't ruin it for later in the future. I'll give yourself room. Okay, you need to breathe a little bit right now. You need to flex your legs, whatever the case may. I don't know what's the word I'm looking at. Like you want to just stretch for a second. All right, cool. But don't break that bond between you and Allah. Wallah. Because I'm telling you right now, that hijab really protects you, honey. From the way that you look, from the way that people, the way that a man looks at you. Even when he comes and greets you, it's a different greeting. You know what I mean? Anyways, I'm talking too much. Take it over.
I know. This topic is a very sensitive topic. You know, I have been, this is in regards to me receiving a lot of people forward me videos and stuff like that on my account, and most of them are, the majority of them, of the sisters that are taking their hijab off. So we just wanted to make it a positive video for you ladies. I know it's a struggle, trust me, believe me. Your hijab is like jihad for some people, like, you know, we've all been through that struggle, we've all been through those doubts, but at the end of the day, don't let people discourage you, you know. At least understand the hijab before, you know what I mean? And even people that decide to wear hijab, I would recommend that you decide to look into it as to why we wear the hijab. And I'm not a perfect human being, so I just want to say that. And I'll end our rant right here, there. But yeah.
I feel like there's more. There's always more.
There's always more.
There's always more to talk about.
Yeah, it's a sensitive topic. It's like, neither of us are in a state to understand. Like, I've obviously lived my life without a hijab before, but I found love in my hijab. And I've also found love in my hijab seeing people take it off and me wanting to understand more about why they took their hijab off. So for me, I found more deep in love with it. Just researching why we wear hijab, you know? SubhanAllah. It truly is, and I felt the effect of it protecting me. Walking down the street, going to a place, people absolutely not even looking at me, you know? And I've been in a stage where I'm like, I would actually try a niqab on. Like, I'm not even joking you. Like, I've tried it in my videos. But yeah, that's it.
And just an FYI, nobody's forcing her.
Nobody.
Even when she said, I'm thinking about it, I'm like, are you sure? You sure for that? You sure you're ready for that step? Right?
I would like to try it.
Again.
Period. That's it.
And remember, before we start reading the comments about niqab is not part of Islam, or it's not a sunnah, or it is a sunnah, or what are you talking about? Akhi, you do you and I do me. Leave for all the people that are watching this. It's I cannot make it clear.
Let me make it clear. This hijab, I do not wear it for Omar. I do not wear it for my father. I do not wear it for anybody. I wear it for the sake of Allah. Because Allah commanded me to wear the hijab. And I follow Allah's commandment. That's the only reason why I wear it. And obviously it protects me. You know, we've felt the effects.
Look, all I wanted to say is this. For the people that have their own negative comments, healthy debates are definitely always welcome. Right? Because we make mistakes like human beings, any other human beings do. Right? But your negativity is not welcomed. Straight up. You know what I mean? And I don't say this just for myself. I say this for my wife. I say this for all the YouTubers. I say this for all the vloggers. I say this for all the TikTokers, for any social media or anybody that has a large following. I genuinely respect you guys. And, you know, don't let any of those negative haters, you know, try to throw you down, because guess what? They got nothing better to do than literally go on your page and write negative stuff. They have nothing better to do.
It's Corona time.
You know what I mean? And Corona's not making it any better. I bet you, a'udhu billah, you know, I'm not even going to say it, but yeah, man, keep your negative shenanigans to yourself, because it's as simple as just clicking delete.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? We won't even entertain
We
it.
will out you.
That's right. We will out you.
Anyways, I'm going to end the rant there. We've dragged it pretty far. Hopefully you guys like this video. Comment below any kind of video you guys want us to post. We're more than welcome to post and answer any questions, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I'm going to leave it at that.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Stay blessed.